Oh, hey. Welcome to the Crime Blotter with me, Dave. From before, Dave Hill from Show Business. Dave Hill, basically America's foremost crime expert, working on both sides of the law, basically. I want to thank first and foremost my Patreon folks, followers, participants, friends who keep this and my other exploits going, keeping gas in the tank. And if you'd like to be among them, of course, go to patreon.com/Mr. Dave Hill, Mr. Dave Hill. But first, let's focus. I'll blab about that more at the bottom, at the end. Why did I say the bottom? Sorry, I just blacked out for a second. Anyway, this is, of course, the Crime Blotter, wherein I, Dave, mentioned earlier, take a look at some of America's lesser crimes, which just so happen to have taken place in northeastern Ohio, where I'm from. And boy, do we have some doozies today. Did I say lesser crimes? Well, I say that because that's what I suppose they've been categorized, but are they lesser crimes? I say nay, which that means no. Anyway, first one. And if you're listening or watching alone, I don't know, be sure to have a friend or loved one at the ready. Just a phone call away, because stuff's terrifying. First one. Dispatch takes call from woman in Tasmania with message for her online husband. This is from the Lyndhurst Police Blotter. Wait, Lyndhurst? Dave, isn't that literally one town over from University Heights, where you grew up? Lyndhurst. That's even, it's an even softer town than University Heights. Soft? I don't think you'll think so after this little bit of news. I guess the classification for this crime is assist person. This happened on Mayfield Road. Mayfield Road? Dave, isn't that where the McDonald's you went to growing up was? Yeah. Yeah, it was. Here we go. At 4:45 p.m., January 10th. That was just, what was it? Less than 2 weeks ago. Dispatch received a call from a woman in the Australian island state of Tasmania. That's right, where the devil's from. The woman asked police to make contact with a man who works at Scalper's Bar, 5615 Mayfield Road, because, and I hope you're sitting down, because the man was harassing her via text messages, email, and social media. Okay, I'm on her side at this point. First, she's from Tasmania, so I like her already. It's a fun place. I've never been, but I just choose to believe so. Been to Australia a couple times. Love it. Scalper's Bar. Oh, I've been there. It ain't pretty. Anyway, the woman said she is married to the man. Excuse me. They were married online, she told Dispatch, and had never actually met in person. Okay, here's where it kind of, gets a little crazy. I didn't know you could. Can you get married online? Can you get married without having ever actually met in person? Apparently, at least according to one woman from the Australian island state of Tasmania. Anyway, an officer went to the bar, but the man, 40, of South Euclid. South Euclid? Isn't that the next town over from Lyndhurst? Which is, and it's also adjacent to University? Yes! Anyway, he wasn't working that day. Police suggested that the woman contact South Euclid Police. Huh. Sounds to me, I'm not a doctor really. Sounds to me like the Lyndhurst Police packed the buck. Oh, did I say pack the buck? That doesn't even make sense. They passed the buck. Basically like, oh, South Euclid, you put out this fire. It's disgusting. Anyway, I'm calling this an open case. The whole thing seems crazy. I can't even wrap my head around it. The guy doesn't work at you wouldn't even know where your own husband's working? Plus, where was he? Also, Scalpers? The wings aren't that good. There, I said it. All right. Maybe not the best first crime, but a crime nonetheless. Let's keep going. This one. You might remember Orange from a previous episode where there was not one, but I believe 2 incidents at Aloe Yoga studio there. And just when you thought, well, Dave's overreacting, Dave's exaggerating, Orange isn't a crime city. Yes, again. Damn it. My dog's looking at me. She knew it was serious. It's okay, Lucy. Okay. Not the right to run over a fire hydrant. Not the night, to run over a fire hydrant. This crime is so disturbing I can't even read. It's from the Orange Police Blotter. Of course. Here we go. It's deeply disturbing. An off-duty officer working Pinecrest security. So, okay, this is like not even... Okay, security called for extra units at 3:32 a.m. January 10th. Wait, Dave, January 10th. Isn't that the same day that the Lyndhurst police were dispatched to scalpers in South Euclid about the wife from Tasmania? Yeah. Anyway, an off-duty officer working Pinecrest Security, I guess it's a private security firm, called for extra units and when you hear what happens, you'll understand why he called for extra units at 3:32 a.m. What kind of God lets someone out at 3:32 a.m.? January 10th, of course, after a Hyundai, is it Hyundai or Hyundai? I never know. Venue, that's one of their cars, I guess, struck a fire hydrant and just kept going from there. It's a hit and run. It's a hit and run on a fire hydrant. Police arrived to find the car stuck on a curb at Central Park, not the New York one, don't be silly, with 2 flat tires and the driver still trying to flee. The Cleveland woman eventually got out and apologized. She was unclear about where she was driving from. I'm just gonna call it, that's irrelevant. What's that have to do with anything? I mean, should she have run into the fire hydrant? No. Does it matter where she was coming from? No. None of your business. Police noticed signs of possible impairment. Well, yeah. Due to frigid temperatures, they moved field sobriety tests to the fire station garage. I would have done the same. I mean, were I a fireman, would I have been annoyed? Probably. The driver performed poorly and was charged on suspicion of drunk driving. She was taken to the Solon jail. What? I thought this happened in Orange. It's like, okay, she registered a .205 blood alcohol content on the breathalyzer, more than twice the legal limit. Okay. She was also charged with reckless operation. And this is, okay. This is where it really comes together. Video footage reportedly showed her leaving Cooper's Hawk Winery at 3:30 a.m., then running stop signs and at least one red light as she drove into Pinecrest. I mean, on the one hand, you gotta love her joie de vivre, but the weird thing is bars and stuff close at 2 in Ohio, so what was she doing at Cooper's Hawk Winery at 3:30 a.m.? I don't know. She skipped the curb first in front of Verizon Wireless. Who can blame her? Then drove through the traffic circle, going airborne briefly before running over the hydrant. And I hope your chair's lined with plastic for this next part, because guess where it happened? Going airborne briefly before running over the hydrant near, that's right, Aloe Yoga. From the last episode, or maybe it was the one before, where there was all sorts of trouble. Although heavily damaged, the car continued into Central Park, where it finally got stuck. Again, no relation to the New York one. Police completed a crash report and notified Pinecrest maintenance of the damage. I don't know what Pinecrest is. It might be a little hamlet. I mean, it sounds adorable. I thought, I don't know. It's so small, even I, basically America's foremost guy from Cleveland, has never even heard of it. Oh, God. I'm getting too old for this SHI. I'm not even going to finish. Next case. Hit confirmation. Assist other agency Warrant served. This is complicated. Again, as one of the greatest criminologists walking the planet Earth, which is to say this planet, you would think I would understand what was going on. Not sure I do. Chagrin Boulevard, is that just down the road from where this whole fire hydrant thing happened? Yeah, because guess what? We're still in Orange. Orange police received information around January 9th. Wait, Dave, isn't that just the day before the woman hit the fire hydrant? Isn't that just the day before the woman from Tasmania called the South Euclid police and asked them to rough up? No, called the Linders. Anyway, Orange police received information around noon, January 9th, about a gray Hyundai Genesis with Georgia plates that was being sought in connection with several crimes involving retail thefts and fleeing from officers. Good Lord. Officers located the unoccupied car in the Wendy's parking lot and disabled it. I'm guessing they put a boot on it or something. I don't know. Slash tires. Do police do that? Probably. Checking inside the restaurant for the driver, officers found... Your head's gonna explode when you hear this next bit. Checking inside the restaurant for the driver, officers found the door to the men's restroom locked. You're a police officer, you think, hey, maybe he's in there. They knocked several times with no acknowledgement other than a loud bang from inside. Okay, this is fully terrifying. This is like Agatha Christie stuff now. A man and a child soon exited. Don't like this at all. The man denied ownership of the car, saying they had been dropped off. Yeah, dropped off at a Wendy's. Seems believable. Police found the Genesis key fob in the restroom's metal trash can, at which point the suspect admitted, that's right, the guy who's in there with the kid, that he had rented the car. Huh, that's interesting. After confirming a felony warrant through the Cleveland Police Department, had to get them involved, I guess, Orange officers transferred custody. The boy was turned over to his mother. At least there's some good news in this story. And I hope she gave him ice cream and cake, because he's a good boy. Shouldn't be dragged into this life of crime that his dad apparently was involved in. Other agencies interested in the car and driver were notified. I think other agencies, they mean the rental car company. Anyway. Oh God. We're finishing big here in terms of crimes. Intoxicated man. Well, let's back it up. You run into a Wendy's bathroom, lock yourself in there with your son, presumably, throw a key in the trash. I'm going to call it, this guy's a bad example to kids. Anyway, next one. Intoxicated man arrested after misbehaving. I love it already. It gets better. At Bob Evans. 71. Okay, let's just focus. Okay, the 71. That had nothing to do with it, I think. I was just blacked out for a second. Disorderly conduct, Brook Park Road. Okay. An intoxicated Cleveland man was arrested at about 4:30 p.m. January 2nd after he caused a commotion. That's right, a commotion at Bob Evans. That's right, America's favorite. Do you like biscuits and gravy? You could do a lot worse than Bob Evans. This one's at 13050 Brook Park Road. They always leave out whether it's road or a street. Why do I have to do all the legwork? Someone at Bob Evans called police about the man. When am I not calling police when I go to Bob Evans? Saying he was acting in a disorderly manner. While police were on the way, they received another call. Oh my God. Saying the man was inside Shell. 13030 Brook Park. Stealing candy. I'm calling it. I don't know about you guys, but I can't stay mad at this guy. He's kind of a hero. Causing trouble at Bob Evans. Going to a Shell, stealing candy. I like the cut of his jib. Police spotted the man in a Brook Park parking lot across from Bob Evans and Shell. He was crawling under a fence. Adorable. That's adorable. Police placed the man in handcuffs, and it said, "Shame on you. You're bad. So angry with you." Police found used... Oh, no, let's see. Police found candy bars on the man. Well, yeah, because he's a champion. Grown man walking around with candy bars that he stole from Shell. He kept dozing off, so police sat him in the back seat of a police cruiser. Now, you're probably like, Dave, why would he be dozing off? He's got candy bars. He's crashing from the... I can't speak today. Why do basic words elude me? But he's crashing from the sugar high, obviously. Sorry, obvious so much. The man was taken to the police station, but he kept dozing off, so paramedics took him to Southwest General Health Center in Middleburg Heights. Middleburg Heights. Nothing goes wrong there. Well, you got a candy thief on your hands. I'm not, I don't want to advocate what this guy did. Plus, this is an open case as far as I'm concerned, because we still have no idea, basically, what he did at Bob Evans, besides presumably having an amazing time. Can you imagine going to Bob Evans and you're like, biscuits and gravy, please, and I'll take a refresher on that coffee. Then you start freaking out so much that people are like, I'm going to have to call the police on this guy. And you're like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm going to Shell to steal some candy bars. I'm right back. This guy's adorable. I know I shouldn't side with the criminal, but I am. Anyway, this is kind of a rapid fire episode of the Crime Blotter with maybe not the best crimes, but crimes nonetheless. My favorite, I would have to say, is the Bob Evans guy. Goes in there, gets out of control. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna get some candy next door. I'll be right back. But he doesn't come back. Tries to climb under a fence instead. Whatever. Anyway, thank you for joining me for another incredible episode of the Crime Blotter, brought to you every week in just these short little episodes, because any more would be too much for all of us, I think. If you would like to support me, Dave mentioned earlier, in my crime blotting efforts and my other efforts and my plot for world domination, a great way to do it is to sign up for my Patreon at patreon.com/Mr. Dave Hill, Edmar Dave Hill. There's, you get the Crime Blotter before everyone else and other good stuff. Q&A session, hot mixes, and just random stuff that I put up there because I love you. Anyway, I'm going to pet my sweet dog Lucy's butt while she stares out the window, wondering who I'm talking to. And until next time, watch your backs, watch your rooftops. Most of all, hey, let's be careful out there. I'm Dave from before.